So that's it for velocity and local and world. Now I'm just gonna click somewhere else to make these modules disappear. Gonna set the rotation back to 0, keep it clean. And let's see the other options. We have size, yeah, color over lifetime. Uh, yeah, actually I'm gonna give it back shape and a speed. So between 2 and 10. And I'm gonna change this to 30 or maybe 15 and the radius to 0. Alright, okay, so color over life. As I said before, it changes the color over the life, pretty self-explanatory. So if I click this, I get a gradient over here. The keys that are at the bottom, they control the color, and the keys that are on the top, they control the alpha. So if I take one of the top keys and I say that I want this to be at 0, the left side of the gradient corresponds to the start of the lifetime of a particle, and the end corresponds to the right side corresponds to the end of their lifetime. So if I put both keys to 0, now it's always transparent. What I can do is I can click anywhere right on top of the gradient to add other keys. So let's just do something like this for fun. Alright, so this one is at 0, I'm gonna put it up. And this one is also at 0, I'm gonna put it up too. So now it's going from transparent to opaque to transparent to opaque to transparent. And same thing for the color. It behaves the same way. I can click underneath it to add other keys and change colors over the life. So right now it starts white and it ends white, but I can say that it ends red. And that color over here is multiplied with the starting color. So the way colors work when you're in a sort of multiplication mode is, well, it's pretty simple, for me at least. Uh, by default, this is set to RGB to 255. You can set it to 1. It just leads to exactly the same result, but 1 is simpler to understand. So each channels are a value, and changing the value of each channel changes the color. And each of these values here are all multiplied with each of the values over here, and including the alpha over there. So if I go in here and I put everything to black, black is 0. So any number times 0 is gonna end up being black. So if you put something black in your start color and then you put something white in here, or vice versa, anything multiplied by 0 is gonna give black. If I put 0.5, now it's just a darker shade of whatever I have here. So the color is being multiplied by, it's being divided by 2, I guess. It's being multiplied by, it's getting to half of what it is over here. And you can get some different results. Right now I'm just saying, like, I'm just going by the numbers, but you could say green. So now you're getting green multiplied by red. In normal math, I guess that wouldn't really be something that we would ever be saying. But uh, why am I not seeing any changes? Maybe the result is just too subtle or something. Yeah, I guess the result was too subtle. You can still see like a hint of a change of a color. But anyway, uh, usually when you know that you're going to have some type of color modification, it's always best to only use one or the other. Yeah, there are some cases where you're gonna need a combination of both, maybe just to create more variety or something. Like right now, it's going from this blue. Yeah, it's going from this bluish thing to I'm gonna select a different color, something maybe more yellow. And if I wanted, I could set this to random between two colors, and I could say like between black and white. So now what I'm getting is the darker shades. It selects randomly darker shades of these colors that are set here. But enough of this. So I'm just gonna set this back to a single white. Yeah, like this. And then let's move on to other things. Color by speed. I don't know. I don't use that. Size over lifetime. I can change the size over lifetime. Pretty self-explanatory. So right now they start really small and they grow, and it's the same thing again as with colors. It's a multiplier. So this is the maximum size. It's a size of 1. So if I give it a straight curve that is always at the value of 1, I always get these sizes over here that we set at the start. So start size 0.1 and 1. Uh, it's just giving you exactly the same result. But if I put this right now at the lowest, the end key is going to have this value over there, but the start is always going to be at 0. And you can do the opposite. You can set it like this. So now they spawn big. They spawn at these numbers over here and they become smaller. And also, uh, you can change that number over here as well. So if I put a 2 over here, it's the equivalent of putting a 2 over there and 0.2 and setting this back to 1. So they're just multiplications again. So this is the size, and one curve you might like to use is something like this. Like you can right click on the curve and click add key, then you can select the starting key, put it down, select the ending key, put it down as well. You can right click to get some options. What I like to do is flat. So now the interpolation is like this. So it scales up, then it scales back down, and it does whatever you see here.